Oh, are we audible? I should draw Margaret's Sona again. She's really fun to draw. Yes, surely. Where's my camera? Okay, let's get. Oh, let's get live. Let's get live. This is really funny. But what the scallop? Let's see. Okay. Oh. Oh, I think it's worked. Holy crap. Hello, everyone. Holy crap, Losh. What is crack-a-lackin'? Welcome, everyone. Jesus. Okay, this is a lot of people. Guys, we need to support a streamer. Yes. Let me just move my keyboard out of the way so that I can do this properly. I would be building a model with you, but it won't arrive for a few days. Oh, man. That would go hard. Doing like a parallel build. But the stream has been delayed long enough. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. I had a doctor's appointment, and then I wanted to make sure that Lai was able to finish her stream before I started mine. So we did delay, but thankfully people have showed up anyway. So this is awesome. Alright, so let's just make sure the camera's working. Is there a reason? Okay, so I had audio output capture on, so that's why I was on a loop and I could hear myself. Not again! I hope everyone enjoyed live stream, by the way. That Denji kit actually looks, that Denji set looks really cool. I'm gonna have to look into getting that myself. Oh god, oh. Okay, is that... I hate audio mixing. I hate audio troubleshooting. I don't know where the audio is coming from. Oh, it's coming from a different VOD. Okay. Oh, okay. I was worried that we had done the audio loop. But here we are. And here is our beast. A different kind of beast today. I can't get it. I don't want to move the camera too much because every time I move the camera, it will ruin my entire setup. So we're just gonna... I'll get the... there we go. I'll get this open. Where's my music? Okay. I hate audio mixing too. I hate it so much. Oh yes, Retroborn is real. I'm tentatively, I'm not sure whether or not I want to go in on the retro line, but they look really cool. I will be getting Sea Spray. But I'm just not sure if I want to go in on Gears and Brawn. Just because Missing Link exists. But also I am a sucker for toy decos. With like the toy style heads. So we'll see how we go. But yeah. AliExpress consistently smushes my boxes. It's kind of annoying. But, yeah. My camera's frozen, for God's sake. Why does this happen to me? You are embarrassing me. In front of Vanessa. Let me just... Yeah, I don't know why there's been a bunch of reveals for box arts. Okay, we're live now. Cool. That's the instructions. I hope I have enough room, because this is not the typical build. This is not just a little blocky box. This is a whole other beast. Oh my god. Okay. Oh jeez. Okay, there's a lot of little parts. Look at all these bags. Alright, I'm gonna do my best to have these sorted. Oh! Comes with a little collector card. I hope these are sorted. Like, because there are individual bags with runners. I wonder if the bags, like one bag has the head, one bag has the legs. I hope they did it like that. One. I don't believe they have. Well, I'll just grab out the runners that I need then. I had no idea Blokees had this license. Yeah, it's always really shocking when you see all of the different IPs that Blokees has obtained. So what do I need? I need B1. I need A4. A1 and A4. So that's A1. I want to see if I can get any, like... I want to see what game soundtracks are copyright free, because I think it would be good to have some music playing in the background for you guys. Because I have music playing on my end, but... I'm expecting a Blokees package, but it's taking 3 weeks to ship. Oh. I hope it is worth the wait. I mean, it probably will be, because Blokees rock, but... So what do I need? The instructions are very helpful because they say, I don't know if you can see that, but like for building the head, it will say what runners you need. So I just need to find them. Kwaky played Death Grips is very calm and soothing. It sounds like it would be. What do I need? So that's... Is that... Yeah, that's A3. I don't know. It looks like a chess piece that's fallen off. I have a... I don't know if it's official or if it's a knockoff from AliExpress, but I do have the real grade. So I was hoping that that could be a cool comparison. What is this? Oh! It's just a bag of hands. And they've all got, like, they're all painted. Doesn't Nintendo, like, kill people who, like, use their license? Oh, sorry, a real grade of Ava Unit 1. By the way, we're building Ava Unit 1, if that wasn't clear. Blokees Action Edition, Evangelion Unit 1. Yeah, alright. It's a bit of a weird start, which is why I'm a bit all over the place. But we ball. So I've got A1, A3, A4, I've got C1, I've got B1, do I have B2? That's B2 here. B2. Do I have E2 here? That's E2. And do I have C2 somewhere? Electro music on loop. Yeah, if you use Nintendo music, they'll send you to the glue factory. I need, like... There's, like, a whole bag of, like, these little joints. So, I might fish through them at the end of building this section and see what I need. Alright. I will have to see how well I can... B1, number 4. Does this kit require cutters? It very much does not. I'm sure it would help with certain pieces, but these are very much able to be built without using any nippers or like having to sand down the little biddlies. So 4 goes with 3. Can I get away with moving this camera back at all? No. It's on the edge. Okay. I am starting to become well aware of the size of my desk for a job like this. But how is everyone going today? You having a good? Oh, for most of you, I'm pretty sure it's. What time is it for you guys? Okay, this is. There we go. Seems like this kit's gonna have a lot of really good natural color separation by just using different color pieces instead of relying on stickers and printed parts, which I always appreciate. Oh, it's 8 or yeah, about 9 p.m. Okay. This is usually a bit later than I usually stream. If anyone doesn't know, I do these. I've been trying to do them weekly. I had to push it back, both because of live stream and because of my appointment. So I'm usually streaming earlier. But I'm just glad I'm not streaming at like midnight for most people here. Oh, okay. So this is when the joints have to come into play. Just might have to pour these onto like a tray or something. Too late. It's all over my desk. What piece am I looking for? What's that? I don't really know what piece I'm trying to find. I've got one of them here. I can plug that on. Okay, so that joint slots on there. What time is it for me? It's about 12 p.m. So it's like midday. I just need to know. Aha! It's this little freak. And that little nick, that little piece sticks out. Okay. And that all clasps together. Alright. So that's the neck, and then I need B2. Ah. Okay, that's interesting. So this one is a fully painted part. I wonder why that is. It's probably some budgetary or like runner space type of thing, but it's interesting that it's fully painted instead of just using the orange sprue. Okay. Oh, so that's like a little hinge. in there. I don't know. I don't know how to get my camera to focus, but that's interesting. So the neck like pumps out. So it can move more organically. A4. I have the Unit 2 as well. So at some point I'll be looking to build that one as well. So this is a good test for that, because I am thinking I might need to evaluate my setup in order to do this well. But yeah, so that's a cool little neck assembly. I like this purple. It's got like a nice metallic shine on it. So I need C201. Unit 2 is, yeah, that is Oscar's. That's the red one. And then Ray's is Unit 0. And, forgot his name. But there's a Unit 3. And then something with the rebuilds. I don't know. I haven't seen them. I've only seen the 4th rebuild. So I was very confused. Look at that detail in there. Look at all that. With like the red on the inside of the mouth. That's really nice. I really appreciate Blokees because they are able to... Toji, that's his name. Yes, Toji. It's like the guy who like punches Shinji. Yeah, look at all that. The metallic paint, and then where's it gone? And then like the little red for like the outside of the eyes. It just looks really good. I just appreciate how Blokees doesn't use stickers. Like the plastic they use is really playable, I guess. Like it's fun to pose. It's not like you're worried about like it doesn't feel fragile. On a scale of Defenders to Action Edition. Well, this is Action Edition, so it is definitely along that vernacular. When will Spike Spiegel get a kit? I don't know. I would love to see like I don't know if anyone's made one, but I would love to see a kit of like some of the spaceships from that show. I need to fully watch Cowboy Bebop. But I've always appreciated the aesthetic of that show. And shows around like that similar sort of like, I guess, how would you describe it? Like space, almost like space pirate or space western, more aptly, aesthetic. Because I started reading Trigun, and that has a very similar type of vibe, which I really like. Just from that era. But yeah, there's the eyes. There's one piece, there's an eyepiece that has the painted eyes, and then one that's just plain black. I'm assuming it's kind of just like a spare, or you can like paint it yourself or something like that, but... Hello, Cassie! How are we doing? Blokees are really playable compared to my Gundam, which is fun to pose, but until a piece falls off the Gundam. Yeah, that's the issue I have with my real grade Ava Unit 1. Like, it's good, it's really well made, and And it's like, it's got all the articulation, all the moving parts and everything. Like, it's a really well done kit. It's just not that fun to pose with, which is a big thing for me. I gotta watch Trigun. Yeah, I've been reading the manga, and the manga, honestly, the action's a bit hard to follow, but I want to try and keep up with it. I stopped reading it, just because I got busy, but I'm hoping I can do more stuff like that. Okay, I've been editing 40 minutes of runtime now. Damn. Oh, it's just so good. You can barely see. It's my camera is not doing it justice. This is supposed to be a 4K camera. I don't know how to make it focus, but it is really good. And then what we've got the spike. Oh, and it comes with a spare spike, and they're both painted. That's really helpful. Do the arms on your real grade one constantly fall off? Mine don't. My arms don't fall off, but the like little bicep piece on mine constantly comes off. I think it's like the back of the bicep. It's that little black piece that like wraps around the like inner skeleton, and it just never stays on. It's really annoying. But oh, there we go. There's the head. Look at that. That's really good. I really like that. We're off to a really good start so far, and I want to see like how it moves up on the. Yeah, I just love how it, like when the kits, like when they are able to do that natural spread, especially for like Evangelion, because they are very like organic moving. So I like it when they're able to like have that sort of musculature, because the real grade does do that really well. Okay, what do I need from this? So I need A1, A4, and A2. I need B1. I don't need this one for now, so I can put this back for a little bit. I believe, yeah, that's all on that sprue. So I need A2, C3, and H1. So that's H1. Does that mean it includes lights? I don't think it does. I don't think it has any lights, but it has, it does have, like, a crap ton of accessories. So, I'm not too fussed on the lack of, LED. But if that is something that's, like, a deal breaker, then, yeah. Because this one is very much more like in the style of like a traditional model kit, but just with like Blokees plastic and engineering and paint and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh. 2.2. So I need... So I need this piece. I need, two of these little cylinder things. And oh, and this little thing. Hi, Annie, and thank you. Yeah, I had to change my name. I didn't have to. I've been kind of wanting to for a while anyway, and there was just one thing that occurred, which kind of, I guess, pushed that into happening. Oh yeah, and then I need... one. I will say, I appreciate that all of these little joint pieces are, like, they're not on a sprue, because it's much easier to, like, access them. But at the same time, it's really hard to figure out which one I need. Okay, I need this one. Yes, I thought the Clayface movie was a bit. I thought it was a bit, and then I've seen more about it, and yes, I'm not, contrary to what my entire avatar and online face may look like, I'm not the biggest Clayface fan. I think he's really cool, but it mostly I just think the minifigure is really cute, like the little sprite that they use in the game. I'm really endeared to that design. Um, but I think he's a really cool character in theory, and I'm really glad that they're doing something with him. I'm not sure on any if there's been any sort of news, like in terms of like directing or casting, but it seems like they're going for like a full just horror movie route with it, which I think is really interesting. I think that's really good. Yeah, they made me a movie. Oh my god, this piece. Wait, is this going in the right way? Yeah, okay. Okay, there's another just moving part there with like the abs. I really like that. There we go. What do you think about the Batman being in the DCU? Um, I I'm of two minds about it, to be honest, because one thing I really appreciated about the Batman, uh, both in how it was done, like both what it meant for the movie and just in general, is I really appreciated that it was its own universe, and I really appreciate a movie that is like a Batman adaptation that's not connected to any like wider cinematic universe. I do think we need more of that, of just like more standalone stories. That being said, the Batman is like almost a perfect adaptation. So I would hold no qualms uh if that universe was retroactively made canon to this new one, because I really like I think I feel like the Batman and Superman did for like Superman did for Batman what the did for Superman. Superman did for Superman what the Batman did for Batman in just making like this is Batman, kind of. And I adore both those movies. I adore both those takes on the respective characters. I think Robert Pattinson is like probably my favorite actor that I've seen as Batman. He's also the hottest, and I could say the same about David Corenswet. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. I could say the same. He is the hottest and also just the best portrayal of the character. So if they were to interact, I would be really happy with that. But it does seem like they want to do their own thing for this universe, for this Batman that they want to have connected, and we'll see how that goes. Sorry, I have not been paying attention to this build. Oh, this is upside down. For the DCU, they're doing Damian Wayne for Brave and the Bold. I'm really interested in that. I think Damian gets so much of a bad rap. I think people think he's annoying, and part of that is because he is very intentionally kind of annoying and antagonistic. But I really hope that there is a good portrayal that is able to do Damian justice. Oops. I just hope that the same can be done for the other Robins, because I love all of them, honestly. Like, I think my favorites are probably Jason and Tim. Just because Tim was the one I grew up with, and I think he is probably like... He is... Like, I really enjoy his story as Robin. But I love Dick Grayson, obviously. I don't think there's anyone on this earth that doesn't like Dick Grayson. Stephanie Brown, I don't know if we're counting her, but I want to count her because I love Stephanie Brown. But yeah, no, I love all the Robins. I think Damian is unfortunately just my least favorite, just because I love all of the other ones so much more. But I like Damian. It's just that Jason... I think it goes Tim, then Jason, then Dick, and then Damian. Stephanie is definitely like one of my favorite characters. I think she's really underrated, but as Robin, like, nah. I prefer her as Spoiler or Batgirl. I think that's when she really shines. She was Robin for like 2 weeks, barely counts. I will say there's a lot of like clipping in these, like instead of pieces snapping in, they like have like hinged parts. It's really interesting, because this is usually not how these types of kits work. I like Cassandra Cain because she shares my name. Yeah, I like Cassandra too. I need to read more about her. But no, she's great from what I've seen. Carrie Kelly. I don't know if this is sacrilegious. It probably is, maybe just a little bit, but I have not read Dark Knight Returns. I want to. I probably will at some point. I just haven't actually sat down to read it.
I think it's just because Frank Miller kind of sucks now, so I just haven't really bothered to ingest any of his older work. Oh god, where did that go? His little head. Okay, I'm gonna plug the head in and then Dark Knight. Yeah, it has issues. Yeah, I think that's fair. Like what I've seen from Dark Knight Returns seems interesting, but also I think retroactively I kind of like it less uh because of like people misinterpreting it into like a cool edgy Batman instead of like what I'm assuming is that that's not the like the right. Ooh, I like how that opens. So you have like the little entry plug. Yeah, I think Batfleck sucking kind of made me retroactively less interested in Dark Knight Returns, which isn't fair. It's not fair, but unfortunately, that is how it be. It's, it's maybe implied that Carrie is this Carrie Kelly. I'm assuming you mean that is implied to be trans. Oh, these pieces are going to be tiny. Look, that is minuscule. That is a little flake of like freaking dandruff. Oh god, how am I gonna plug this in? Dark Knight Returns unintentionally changed Batman for the worse. Now people think he's a violent asshole. Yeah, I mean, I think BVS is kind of the best example of like the effects of the Dark Knight Returns on like the wider perception of Batman. Um, but oh, the nuts. Oh, that's not. Oh, that's not good. Oh, Frankie. Um, what was I saying? Oh yeah, no, that yeah, BVS I think is the biggest example of people misinterpreting like what Dark Knight Returns was supposed to be. Not to mention, I think Frank Miller forgot why his own work was good as emblematic from like All Star Batman and Robin, which is just profoundly hateful. That's why I don't like Absolute Batman. I am interested in the Absolute comics. I think it's really interesting what they're doing. I like the idea that they're trying to do an else. This is just not going in. Come on, dude. There we go. There we go. All right. I probably should have done that first before attaching the neck, but I am a bit scatterbrained because I y'all got me talking on my comic shit. Um, I think Batman is. Yeah, I think that's what makes the Batman like the 2022 movie so cathartic is because it kind of does feel like a return to form, I guess. I think a lot of people kind of because of the popular Batman stories, I think people like kind of forget what Batman should be. Like I've always kind of hated the Mary Sue Batman could fucking kill Goku with enough prep time. Has it been half an hour? Okay, good. It's been half an hour. um, like I've always hated that take. Um, Like, obviously Batman is smart and he should be smart, but I've always hated like how he's kind of a Mary Sue in a lot of ways, in a lot of like adaptations. Yeah, that's what I've heard because my friend is really into comics as well, and he said a similar thing of like, I don't like how violent Absolute Batman is. Um, but I still want to check it out because I think it's an interesting idea for just comics in general. Like, I like that like Ultimate Comics are back and they're not. There's no incest this time. Um, and I like that DC's doing a similar thing. I like how it's kind of like a what if this one thing changed about this character's origin, and just seeing how that changes the universe. I really like the absolute designs for Batman in particular. Those are the ones I've seen. Um, like, I don't know. I saw Absolute Killer Croc. That is an insane design. I love it. I love how the rogues are kind of like they're almost like classic Hollywood monsters. Um, they're like almost Lovecraftian, which I think is a really cool idea to go with. Go with some of the rogues. I love that Batman is such like a brick shithouse. Apologies if I'm spoiling anything. I haven't read enough to know what is a spoiler. Um, but I don't know. I saw Bane, and it's the fact that they made Batman so big that they needed to make Bane like a small kaiju in order to like make him still imposing. Also, I don't know if I've talked about my Martha take, which I don't even know if is that unique of a take, but I think my personal take on the Martha thing is that if Batman didn't kill, that scene could have worked in BVS. I think BVS Batman frustrates me a lot because it's really interesting, and it is a Batman that I wish we could have seen more of. But it is entirely ruined by the fact that he kills. Like, genuinely, if Batfleck didn't kill anyone, that scene could have actually worked. But it is entirely ruined by the fact that he kills. Cause I don't know, it's like the whole movie he's almost trying to justify why Superman needs to be like taken out. Like, yeah, I mean, mostly in theory. Like, I do think it's stupid that you have the same name as my name. You have to say your mom's the same name as me. Wow, I'm not gonna kill you anymore. But like I think that's stupid. But I think in theory, I like the idea that Batman through this whole movie sees Superman as a threat. He's jaded. Presumably, Jason Todd has been killed, and he's like violent. But this is the one time he's gonna bend his rule in order because Superman isn't human. So he's almost trying to rationalize it as like this is an alien. I'm fine with killing aliens. This is okay. This is taking out an alien threat, and then he is forced to reckon with the fact that Superman is just a guy, and that's what changes his sort of his view. But it's so frustrating because there's almost something there, but it is entirely ruined by the fact that Batman is just killing people. He's just killing anyone. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Dick Grayson. You see Dick Grayson's tombstone somewhere. I'm willing to just ignore that though, because that's stupid, and I like Nightwing. I like Nightwing too much. I like the idea of Batman getting spooked about almost killing someone, maybe, and that affects him the whole film due to the events prior. Then him becoming a murder man. Yeah, like, there are so many compelling ways to do, like, to have Batman, like, to, like, have a thoughtful discussion about what it means to cross that line. And this movie nearly did that, but instead said, it would be really cool if he bulldozed people with the Batmobile and a machine gun on his car and shot people to death until they exploded. Like, there are so many parts of that movie where it's like honestly, the fight scene, the warehouse fight, I think could have been really good. One change: all you need to do is like not have the blood. If you get rid of the blood, I can suspend. I played enough Arkham games to suspend the disbelief that those people are still alive. Because otherwise, I think it's a really well choreographed scene. I love that it is just an Arkham style fight scene. It's just that everything good that this take on Batman does is literally just ruined by the fact that he murders people for no reason. Oh, she's got little opening pecs. Tsunami, they did that for Batman Beyond. Yes! I forgot about Batman Beyond. That is a really, yeah, I love that. I love that whole thing. I think that's perfect. If that would be the reason why he quits being Batman, I think that was really well done. I think I like Batman a little bit. Okay. Batman fighting Superman isn't appealing conceptually to me. IMO, like, I don't get it. I agree to an extent. I think part of me is like, I think it's cool to see a cool fight of cool character go two action figures go bap 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 bap. But also I don't know. I always see these characters that's like, who would win in a fight? And it's like, these characters would be best friends. Are you kidding me? They're not fighting. They're like, they're chatting shit. I don't even like the Arkham games level of that. Yeah, I think I need to play through the Arkham games fully to like have my take down, but I think time has kind of shown that they're not perfect. They're good. I think they do a lot in terms of making a really cool Batman experience, but in terms of story and their take on Bruce Wayne, or their take on just a lot of the Batman characters, it's not my favorite. It kind of teeters on what I was saying before, where Batman is kind of, I don't like when Batman is an asshole that doesn't rely on his entire family in order to, like, he has so many people. Also, they made Tim Drake like bald, and that just doesn't. Blokees make Batman stuff for Kwaky. Well, it's funny that you say that, because there is Lego Batman. I have the new the tumbler that came out this year because I needed a Lego tumbler, so I have that set, and I also have the what's it called? I have the animated series Batmobile coming in as well. So I'm excited. I'll be able to build some of those in the coming weeks. Did I put this on right? It looks right. Yeah, okay, and I need the green armor piece. Oh yeah, I want to. The Telltale game honestly seems really interesting. I want to give that one a shot too. I think it has a really interesting take on the Joker. Oh, I love how it is so black. It looks so organic. The shapes, the shapes. One thing I'm not a fan. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's the perfect Batman story. I think it's interesting. I want to give it a fair shake. Telltale sucks in general for me, so it's not really worth a play. I recommend just watch a playthrough. I mean, I do have the games because they're really cheap because Telltale's fucking dead. Um, Telltale's in a ditch. But I want to play that. I think it's that and the I still want to play the what's the word? The Walking Dead, because that's like Telltale's whole thing was that they made the Walking Dead game, and I've been getting into the Walking Dead. Oh, well, where'd you go? Also, they do this thing whereas Bruce is the base personality and Batman is the persona, which I'm not a fan of. Yeah, I don't know. I think the Bruce Batman dichotomy is. It's difficult. Um, because I think the idea that I've always subscribed to is that Batman, neither Bruce or Batman is the true honest persona. I think they are both masks that he uses, and then the real Bruce Wayne is like sort of somewhere in the middle. It's the side of him that only like Alfred and like Jim and some of the thank you, Stronic. And like the Robins, like only people who are really close to him really see. And Batman, like the superhero vigilante, like I Am Vengeance, all that shit. God, this is looking beautiful so far. Um, that's one persona, and then like the Bruce Wayne philanthropist, like playboy persona is another facet, and then yeah, and then there's only the ones that only people who are like really close in Bruce's life will ever see, which is the true honest Bruce Wayne. I like it when it's in the middle. Yeah, I prefer when it's in the middle. I think the Batman did really well to show that he hasn't really developed the Bruce Wayne persona yet. He's kind of just very angry, vengeful Batman. But I like it in that because the whole story is about that being um is about showing why he needs to change. Bruce has a 9 pack and doesn't pay his taxes. That's so true. Lego Batman is the best Batman. The hip unit. We're building the hips now, which requires these three little biddly boops. And I need A4. I need this one. It's A1. I just need this last piece. I might just pop that off now. And I need E1. Here we are. There's E1. Have you read Batman War on Crime? No, I have not yet. Lego Batman is really good. It was my favorite movie until the Batman came out. I think I like The Dark Knight. I think it's a really well done movie. I think it is not the best Batman movie. How does this slot in? Like that? That doesn't seem right. That's because it's upside down. That's why it doesn't seem right. There we go. Nice snap. And then, I love women. So true. Yeah, but honestly, like, I very much would enjoy some recommendations on Batman comics because I've read a few, but I haven't read many. I've read like as in terms of like straight up like storylines, like full storylines. I've read Under the Red Hood, and Death in the Family. I've read most of the like the big Jason Todd ones. And by extension, I've read Lonely Place of Dying because that's Tim. I've read some of Tim Drake's solo stories. The Long Halloween is on my list. I've read The Killing Joke, but you know, it's The Killing Joke. And yeah, I need to read Year One as well. Oh, and that's in like so. I think? Yes. Wait. How does this go? Have I got this right? There we go. So it has a nice clean line. Yeah, because I know I'll like Long Halloween and Year One because they are both like the main inspirations for the Batman for the movie. Killing Joke, yeah, I think Killing Joke has really good. I think it's a really good comic book. I don't really like fuck with the story very much. I think it's really well done in terms of like just the way it conveys the narrative through the panels. I think is really respectable. But I think it's hasn't aged well in terms of like the fridging and just the Batgirl treatment in general. Because I like Oracle, but the fact that like in that story she really is just killed to have some motivation, to be shocking and to have some motivation for Batman. Yeah, that's really good. I love you can get a lot of good poses. The back arcs. Yeah. No, this is really good so far. I love that I've mostly been talking about Batman through this whole thing. Evangelion's aight. Yeah, Alan Moore knows how to panel a story. I really want to get. I have the like the deluxe version of the Killing Joke. I really want to get the original print with all of the like the really nice colors because I kind of hate them like the modern colored. I don't hate it, but I much prefer the more like almost psychedelic colorways. You can arc that back if I know what I mean. Well, yeah. Spoilers for Evangelion. Canonically a MILF. Um, let's proceed. Always remember to subscribe. Thank you, Banana. Very helpful reminder to chat. The original print, yeah. I saw one person who reanimated the entire trailer of like the Killing Joke movie, which we're not going to talk about that movie, but they reanimated the whole thing to have the like original print colors, and it just looks so nice. Hot take: Two-Face is a better villain for Batman than the Joker. I don't know how I feel about that. I love Two-Face. I don't think there's a Batman villain that I really actively dislike in terms of like the main rogues. But I think all of the villains counter or explore something about Batman, explore a different thing about his character. Like the Riddler is sort of a reflection of other things to than like Two-Face is. Same with all the other villains. Like I think yeah, like even Bane is a good reflection of how like of his fears and stuff like that. I think Two-Face works because other villains exist. Yeah. Yes, it's 3 a.m. for me, almost 4 a.m. Jeez. Ay, ay, ay. Banana, I appreciate the commitment, but... Sleepy time is important. What do I need? I need A2, B2, and C3. So we're just building the shoulder pauldrons. Yeah, one thing I will say about the Dark Knight that I really think was a pretty like cool idea is having the Joker and Two-Face be the main, because I like how their approaches juxtapose. I think that's a really like in terms of like chaos and fairness and all that stuff. I think they juxtapose each other really well, which is something I actually do really appreciate about the Dark Knight. Like it's not perfect, and I haven't soured, but like the Nolan movies aren't my favorite take anymore. Just because we've had better, more comic booky Batman movies. But I think it's a cool idea to. I think that was a really cool approach. And thank you, Banana. I really appreciate that. I am just, as they say, a little guy. So, oop. I agree that people criticize Two-Face too much in that film. I didn't even realize that Two-Face was like people were critical of that take on Two-Face, because I always thought it was really well done. Like, again, it's not perfect. Nothing in the Nolan movies is perfect. But I think as a version of Two-Face from that universe, I think it's... I no notes. My brother came in my room and said he was gonna poop in the bathtub. Oh, thank you for sharing. Um, and then which part goes on the C3-2? So that's these are the same. Yeah, I agree with that take, Cassie. Like, I think I like the rogue. I think Batman's rogues work so well because of how they interact with each other. Even, um, even like in not a literal sense, but just having them all like coexisting is what makes that world so interesting. So I got 6 and 3. But yeah, the Joker is very overdone. It's kind of annoying. Because I like the Joker, but I think I don't even necessarily agree that he's overdone. I just think there is a specific kind of Joker that is like the modern Joker, at least in adaptations, is just I'm kind of just sick of modern media takes on Joker. I think Gotham has by far like at least top 3 Jokers. Because it is one thing, and one very simple thing that makes the Joker interesting and entertaining is he needs to be funny. He needs to be funny and a little bit silly. Like, obviously the Joker is scary. He's like an awful person. Keep that. Don't mess with that. Don't make him redeemable. But like he's gotta like be silly. Like, I feel like that's part of this. He's the Joker. I feel like the Joker doesn't make any jokes anymore. To at lesbian. Everyone wants to make him the edgelord. Everyone wants to say that the Joker has a point. He doesn't. The point should be that he doesn't. Like, I think he can make an interesting commentary on how Gotham and, like, you know, how we live in a society. But also he's wrong. Like, he's the bad guy. And he says he's all about chaos, but also he actively undermines his own point. And I feel like the Joker isn't entertaining anymore. Like, because no one wants to make him funny. They just make him, like, really... They just make him either evil or just, like, really, like, unpleasant to watch. It's what annoys me about the Joker too, more than everything else about, like, Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, is because on paper, if it was comic book Joker, a courtroom drama would have been fucking incredible. If it was like, if that would have been one of the most entertaining, like, DC stories, if it was a courtroom drama with the Joker. Are you kidding me? That would have been sick. But it's Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, and it sucks. And it makes me so mad. Like, if Joker acted like the Joker, that movie would have been so good. But it was, like, clearly a movie that was made out of spite. I don't think Todd Phillips wanted to make it. Yeah, like a Joker dark comedy, like a courtroom dark comedy drama, it would have been peak. Yeah, like a musical courtroom drama. That is the perfect Joker movie. It's just that it sucks, and it's connected to like the Walking Phoenix Joker, which I don't think is a good representation of that character to begin with. Joker 2 being a musical was perfect setup for the character, but it doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work for that Joker. It works for like the Joker, but it does not work for that Joker. Yeah, because the thing is, the Joker has often broken out into song. It's great. I love the Joker. And it's so annoying that like the movies have made the Joker like so unappealing to watch. It's like it's very saddening to see that people are sick of the Joker. I'm a bit sick of the Joker. But it's like that guy rules. He's great. He's a great character. He's a great character when he's done right. Like I think there's something to be said about a irredeemable character who is ungodly entertaining. I think we need more villains like that, personally. That's what really appealed to me about, if anyone's read The Walking Dead, um, that's what really appealed to me about Negan, at least early on. Like, I don't really care for the, like, discussion about whether or not he should be redeemed, like, in, like, how the show does, but, I just love how entertaining he is. He's so he's an awful person. You hate him, but he's really funny, and I think the Joker needs that energy of just like a complete piece of shit who like has some like actual zingers while he's doing like the awful things that he does. I want more Scarecrow, man. Yeah, I think that's one of the villains Nolan sort of not fumbled, but I think could have done more with is the Scarecrow. I think just making him a guy in a mask is really boring. I'd really like his costume in Gotham. I haven't seen Gotham, so I don't know how he is as a character. I am not building this on camera. But yeah, that joint is two of these little pieces, and then this really cool, like to make that double hinge. I really like that. Does it have? I don't think it has a bicep joint, which is kind of annoying. Oh, it has like a little bit. It has a bit of waggle in the actual joint itself. Like you can kind of flex it. Well, not flex it, but you can kind of like have a bit of movement, but it's not much. Yeah, yeah, because he would have. He's like I haven't seen him in much, but he's great in the things I've seen him in. Killian Murphy. That's like Let's make sure I've got this joint on correctly. Okay, good night, guys. It's 4 a.m. now. Yes, go to bed. Go to bed. Thank you for supporting Banana. I appreciate it, but please go to bed. Oh, that's really neat. They have little indicators for like left and right. That's a really good. I really like how much Blokees does like sort of like quality of life things like that that just make the building experience a lot easier. Okay, so you've got a bit of swivel there as well. But wait, it's not 6 a.m. What if Freddy gets me? I will personally make sure that Freddy Five Bear does not get you. Okay, you can go to bed. I didn't like Scarecrow in Arkham, but could you imagine how good a scene like that would be in a... Yeah. Oh. Yeah, see, even that just looks so good. And the fact that this has no stickers, none, is astounding to me. Um... A5. Why is everyone just saying FNAF characters? Bunny the Bonnie. Have you read any Hellboy? I've not. I want to. I want to watch the Guillermo del I don't know how to pronounce his name, but the Del Toro movies, because I've heard really good things, and also the things I've seen of his movies are really good too. He's one of the directors I really want to like actually like follow a lot of his movies. Also, something Optimus Primal, Ron Perlman. The Del Toro movies don't do the character justice, unfortunately. Well, I mean, yeah, that's kind of expected. I appreciate them. At least I'm hoping that I'll appreciate them as yeah, like just as good movies, as you say. There's his knife. There's the progressive knife. It's when I stab you with pronouns. The progressive knife. Let's see how the forearm is built. So what do I need? I need B3. I better grab that. Yeah, great Evangelion stream. The poop knife, no! Have you looked at any of the products from Creative Beast Studios? I can't say I have. Yes, also Del Toro did make Pacific Rim. At least the first one. I don't think he's involved with the second one, and it is... You can kind of tell. Honestly, there was yet to be a good Hellboy movie. I was really disappointed. Wasn't there... Are you talking about... Because I remember seeing a trailer for, like, this really low budget Hellboy movie that looked really interesting. Um, because I mean, from what I could see from the trailers, it looked like it was kind of just like a cabin in the woods style, sort of low budget horror story, which I thought would be really interesting to watch. The Crooked Man, yeah. Is that one bad? But apparently it's ass. Oh man. It's the pee pee pooper man. Oh, the pee pee pooper man. I don't know if this is on the right way. I don't know if it matters. I was bored out of my mind and ready for it to be over. Ah, that's unfortunate. Oh, these are both the same. Okay, so that doesn't matter. It's more about the actual arm. So I need what is it, number 3 for this one? I also think the building techniques compared to the real grade are much more. They're much more durable. Like the real grade, this is just a piece that like slots in and it just comes off. But this one is actually integrated into the forearm. It's just stuff like that that just I love Blokees. Just start from the beginning. Yeah, that is unfortunately usually the advice for comics. Just read the first one and keep going. F2. I need F2 as well. Where's F2? Ooh. It's got the little printed bits. So I need number 2. Just get the arm. Come on! Oh. Alright, maybe if I unplug this from the shoulder. I wanted to get this clicked in. Come on. There we go. Is it? Oh! What the heck? I think it's intentionally made so that you can extend out the shoulder to get more range. That's sick. I mean, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not intentional. I'm just kind of punching it out of the joint. But if it is, that is awesome. Breaking Bass. Hey, Banana. Hey, buddy. Buddy, Banana. What are we still doing? What are we doing here? I thought you said you were going to bed. Now I'm just gonna do the same for the other arm. Where's the other? Yeah, also the fact that this is one piece. The not like it's one thing that's painted. It's one thing that's painted so well. Like I haven't seen any like little splotches or like blemishes on the like painted or printed detail. Like One Piece. Oh damn it. This is a good question. Does anyone like here actually read has read or seen or like ingested any Evangelion media. I just want to gauge my audience. Yeah, do we have any Ava takes? Well, I'll answer your first question. Do you read any Marvel? Um, Not as much. My main Marvel investment is literally like mostly just Spider-Man and Daredevil at the moment. But I don't read the comics very much. I'm just gonna pop this shoulder off so I can get this double joint in. There we go. Watched Ava when I was 14. Yeah, I also watched Ava when I was entirely too young for it. Low-key really triggering. Yeah. I have very mixed feelings on Evangelion. I think I watched it at a very formative time, so I have more fond than not memories of it. But part of me wants to rewatch it just to like see how if like me becoming an adult has affected how much I can enjoy that show. But part of me is like maybe I'll just leave it there and just appreciate the aesthetic and the because I like the concepts that it tackles. And I kind of like the almost meta narrative that informs how the show evolves. Like I think it has some really cool ideas. But by extension, I think a lot of it is kind of just difficult to watch. Yeah, watching Ava as a really depressed 14-year-old was very important, but I'm a less depressed 20-year-old and I don't know if I'll enjoy it as much. Yeah. That's kind of my thing. We've got all these hands. What hands do we have, by the way? We've got Karate Chop. We've got kind of resting hand. Open hand. Kind of Spider-Man wall crawly hand. That's the other arm. That's the other Karate Chop. We've got knife holy hand. And we have like I'm assuming this would be for like a gun. And then two fists and I think this one might be for the gun as well. Let's see. Okay. The main theme really spoke to me as someone with social anxiety. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that, I think. Like, I like the themes. I like the core messages that it aims to say. I do think a lot of it is kind of heinous at the same time. I'll just give him the relaxed hands for now. Like I think there are some scenes that kind of don't really Evangelion. Basically convoluted giant robot show that kind of in real time evolves to be reflective of the creator's mental state. Ava soundtrack is goated though. Yes. The animation, um, and the music is like peak. Like, say what you will about the story, because I probably will have when I rewatch it, but the the music is so good. Metal Gear Solid. I will play Metal Gear Solid one day. I wish I could understand your references to Metal Gear. It'll happen one day. Just like Yakuza, just like Resident Evil, just like Devil May Cry. I hope I can play one of I hope I can play through all of those series at some point. But it's interesting. I don't think I've seen a kit that is able to have the knife deploying. It's always a separate piece, or it's like a whole entire different shoulder assembly, like the like this one. MGS is a series with shit I dislike and also shit that I love that was very formative for me. Yeah, I think that's probably my take on Ava. It's got some shit that I really don't like, and I just don't. I just but also it has some really formative stuff that kind of spoke to me when I was younger. I kind of want to read the not read. Well, I do want to read the manga. And I want to watch the rebuilds because I've only seen the fourth one, and I was very confused for a lot of it. But giant robot and mental illness sounds good to me. I will say, pre-warning, it can be very disturbing at times, especially if you have like triggers to certain subject matter. It can be very confronting. And it's one of those shows where it's like it ends up being like a deconstruction of the genre. So it's like if you're not that inclined on the genre's tropes, then it might not really click either. But yeah, if you're interested, I'd say give it a shake. And yes, I do need to watch Shin Godzilla. I haven't watched any Godzilla. I haven't seen a single Godzilla media. I haven't even seen the MonsterVerse. Yeah, I would recommend Evangelion. I think if you're in a certain headspace, it will either really speak to you or it will make you so much worse. Like, um, but yeah, I would be very wary if you have any triggers for like abuse or SA or like any kind of, if like watching that really messes with you, then it might not be for you. But yeah, be careful, but you know, I'd say give it a shot because it might speak to you. You never know. I'm feeling Sigma, so I'll give it a look. Okay, buddy. What do I need? I need A4, which is this here. But yeah, we've just got the legs left. We've done the upper torso. We've got the legs and the accessories as well. Is something we'll need to build. But I think we're doing pretty good. Is there a whole other bag of joints? Oh my god, there is. Okay. There's a whole other bag of just little bits. That's not relevant for now. What's relevant? A4. We've got that here. A6. Which is this one here. E1, which I already had. E2, which is this. F1, which is Mirage. Monsterverse besides Skull Island is just hype moments and aura. I'm just saying. A7, I need A7. I'm wondering if these pieces come into play, because I can't see them in the instructions. Oh, never mind, they're at the end. Yes, I do need these. Sonic, no! Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Cool. Alright, well, this is a lot of random pieces. I'm gonna move them out of the way. And we'll get this. I believe these are all just little spare parts, so I'm gonna put them over here. Move all of these accessories here too. And there's my spare little head spike. I'm gonna try and keep that on hand. I'm always encouraging self-love over watching something that's critically acclaimed. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just catching up on chat. Also, Megatron is there. Oh yeah, Brian Tyree Henry is in those movies. All right. Okay, let's get started with... Guys, my queer platonic joy friend just finally texted me! Let's go! Shout out to your queer platonic friends. So I've got this bit. Is this the right one? Left, does it say? Oh, it says in the little cup. Presumably. Oh, yeah. L, so this is for the left leg. Cool. Guys, I can see the sun rising. I'm cooked. To be fair, you've nearly survived. You've nearly survived the night. I have found that sometimes if you tell someone to stop, they will take it as a challenge to do the thing that is worse for them. So, what is it with Transformers fans having bad sleep schedules? Well, part of that's your fault, because Americans. I gotta put my sleep on the line just so I can talk to some people. Have you watched any Gundam? I have not. I have not seen any Gundam. The main mecha I've seen is Evangelion, which is kind of ironic because of what I said before, but what piece is this? Like that. It's only 10:30 where I'm at. Yeah, Banana... I don't know what time zone Banana's in, but it is ill-advised. I'll wake up at 1 p.m. I'm done for. Dude. Ava was my first mecha, unless you count TF. I think that's the same. I watched Gridman, SSSS Gridman, and I watched it only because I heard that like there's a bunch of designs and like character. It's like half of it's like the designs are like the AoE Dinobots and like Shattered Glass. That was my whole motivation for watching it. It was just because it had Transformers references in it. It might very well be the most shallow reason I've like ever had for watching a show. I don't know if you would count Promare as a mecha, but I really like that. I really like that movie. I think it's more of just like a movie with mechs rather than like a full mecha film. I need A6 for. This is a really like interesting way of doing this. That's a really interesting way because instead of it having it be like it clips onto the side and it's like a static piece, they've got. Is it to maintain the like swivel? It might be. But that's really interesting. It's two independent pieces that have these little ports that this piece plugs into. I've just never really seen that in this type of like leg structure. For a while, I was averse to Gundam because I was too TF pilled and didn't like the robots not being the characters. That's valid. I think honestly, I kind of still have a bit of that, but I want to watch Gundam, at least a bit of it, because I don't know. Some of my friends have watched Gundam, and also it does look cool, but I worry that it's gonna make me want to buy the kits. I'm gonna go now. I must return to Scott the Was and then bed. All good. It's always nice to have you here. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you enjoy your Scott the Was viewing. I watched Cyberverse for the Sound Rod. Real. I I enjoy Wave Wave, but also Era A Soundwave. Yeah, I am biased because I do really like Sound Rod as a ship. Um, and just I like both those characters. But it is definitely a valid interpretation, both Wave Wave and just Era A Soundwave. Um, what's it doing? I might as well build the other leg if I can remember. In my story slash AU, I made Soundwave get with Cosmos because they made me have this. Because let me have this. Real. I'll let you have that. Error as I I think I prefer Error Ace Shockwave than I would Error Ace Soundwave. Um, at least in Skybound, Soundwave is totally Megatron's husband. Yeah, I I think that's totally valid. I think I like the interpretation of it is a very like one-sided relationship that Soundwave likes Megatron, but Megatron um doesn't reciprocate. But also like I am very much like I have my favorites, but I will always be down to see a different ship dynamic. Especially because with Transformers there's always so many different unique takes. So I would never want to dissuade from that. Like that kneeling in front of them, there had to be something there. Yeah, I know what you mean. I love Skybound Megatron, but hate how wide his head is. Yeah, I wonder, like, because I haven't read the latest issue. I wonder what Megatron is going to look like in the new art style. Because I think a lot of, in the earlier run, like in those issues, the issues where Megatron comes back, I think a lot of them do kind of look pretty wide, especially Megatron. Um, Basic opinion, but I love Op Leader. They're very tragic and they make me stream. I I like Op Leader. I am biased because I am unfortunately a Meg Op fiend. Um, so I've always interpreted them as like maybe they dated at one point, but um, it's almost like um, sorry, I'm trying to like build at the same time as communicate my thought. Actually, I'll build this after. I'll follow the instructions. I'm gonna stop reading after issue 24. I love the current art style so much that I won't let it go. I don't think... I love Megop Leader, not gonna lie. I don't know how I feel about Megop Leader. I mean, I don't think I've seen much of, like, what a hypothetical dynamic between those two would be. Like, I can see it, but I've just never, like, I don't think any media's ever really explored that idea. There we go. My beautiful rare pair of Beachcomber and Warpath. In my little AU, I have Beachcomber and Hound. I like the idea of them being very much like pacifists and because they just love Earth and they just want to explore other like planets and So I like the idea that they took off on a little cruise ship and they kind of just explore other worlds and just see what little creatures they can find. Is this right? I believe, yeah. But that's, he's officially too tall for the frame. But, But yeah, I think that really works. That's just the legs. I don't even think I finished building the legs. No, they need some other plates on them. I like that, but also I'm a Houndex Mirage fiend. I am a Cliff Jumper and Mirage fiend. And then these pieces just go on the legs. I don't know if one side... Okay, that one goes on this side because it has a bigger slot. There we are. Oh, I just love how these pieces all come together to make such, like, clean, complete shapes. I really like Beachcomber, but I need more media with him in it. He is in Skybound. Yeah, read Skybound. He's great. I really appreciate Beachcomber as well. Yeah, but I would love to see more stuff with Beachcomber in it, honestly. I think he's always been one of the more compelling G1 bots. And so I'd love to see more media that kind of capitalizes on what he can bring as a character. I think Skybound is the first time since G1 where Beachcomber's had a significant role. I think so too, from my memory. Like, I know Cliff Jumper had Beachcomber's colors in Energon, but I don't even know if that counts. I haven't seen enough Energon to know if Cliff Jumper's even significant. But I want Combiner Wars Mirage as my definitive non-Rise of the Beast Mirage. He looks cool. I don't know. I haven't held that mold. I haven't really had the Combiner Wars Mirage mold. I think it looks interesting. I think I just prefer the classics. I think I just prefer classics Mirage as a like stylized non G1 style Mirage. What do I need here for the... I need 1 and 2. And that's for the left leg. I think Beachcomber would drink piss, but because it's like natural. He'd do it to connect more with Earth. I sold off my classic because I don't know how you didn't like how lanky it was. I honestly really appreciate how like weird and gangly he is. I think it probably works a bit better with like Dragstrip, who I also have. Like the Universe Dragstrip. But I don't know. I really like Mirage as like a tall, lanky guy. My idea of Mirage is kind of a mix of like classics, a bit of Rise of the Beast, and a bit of Dark the Moondino. And his personality is very much Rise of the Beasts. But yeah, I very much him being like this like lanky, lanky tall bot, but he's like, he's very much like, He's not stocky. He's very much like he feels like an F1 car, like just because of how like long he is, I guess. Um, I'd murder for Blaster to get a media appearance. Honestly, as well. Me too, as well. Um, I haven't really, because I know he's big in Marvel, which I haven't really read. Um, but I haven't really like seen much of Blaster, and it's annoying because Blaster seems really cool, but I just haven't had it. I haven't seen enough stuff with him to get like attached. In my AU, Mirage is like the Cybertronian equivalent of like a rich big game hunter. I like the idea of Mirage being sort of this because was it G1 where like they said that he was a bit of like an aristocrat before the war, like he was very much in sort of like upper class. Because I like that idea. Um, was that scene where Scourge and Optimus recreated that lemon demon seemed really necessary? I think that movie would have been so much better if they actually did that. Oh. Here we go. Oh, that looks really good. I love it. Just completes it. Oh, I love when knee pads like spike up like that. Rise of the Beast, if it was good. Yeah, if it was good, Optimus would have actually shown Scourge the real power of a Prime, if you know what I mean. You know, like let them come. He says it in the trailer. He doesn't even say that line in the movie. He says, "Let him come." Like, wow. And we got the building the feet now. Oh, these are like the ankle joints. It's always great when knees do that. Yeah, I just love the shape. I think that's one of my favorite. It's kind of weird, but it's one of my favorite things about what's the word about Bayverse Prime, the original trilogy Optimus. He very much oh my god, he very much has the like swooping knee pads, which have always they rock. It's such a cool design. I love when the legs like swoop. Like I'm pretty sure Megatron and Shockwave in a lot of designs do that as well. It just looks so good. It's such a natural shape. We were so close for Transformers Yuri being in a film. Yeah. If only they gave Ares something to do. I accidentally gave myself the idea of the scene where Bumblebee comes back, Ares is also revived, and Bumblebee rides Eagle Mode Air Razor into battle. And now I'm just stuck with that. I'm just stuck with that really cool idea that just didn't happen. It's tough out there. Building the feet. We'll pop out these pieces. Oh. Elena and Ares are a doomed Yuri, while Noah and Mirage are plot armor Yowie. Yeah. If only both Elena and Ares are actually, like, got any attention in the movie. Like, I think Elena is an interesting character. But I just don't think, like, they really. I think, honestly, like, the movie just has too many characters. And yeah, and the fact that Airazor doesn't transform once is a little maddening. I watched Beast Wars in preparation for Rise of the Beast because I was excited, and I wanted an excuse to just watch Beast Wars anyway. But I kind of wish I didn't because Beast Wars is really good, and they're barely in Rise of the Beasts, so it should have been two separate movies like originally planned. Like I don't think any like other than Mirage. I think Mirage is the only character that movie really does justice. Every other character is either mishandled or like barely in it and barely has anything to do. And it's annoying because there are some really compelling characters. Or there's some compelling characters and there's some really cool ideas you could do with said characters. They kind of just didn't. Oh yeah. Also, the Terracons, Rise of the Beast feels like it was a movie that was trying to be a Michael Bay movie without Michael Bay. Um, and it's really annoying because I feel like the first half an hour of that movie is like could have been the best live action movie ever. I think it is when like it had like more of its own identity was in that first like everything in New York I think is great. Um Also these feet really rock and I love the toe joints. That's really cool. I love the little circle and how it cuts. Nightbird and Battletrap had such sick designs. Too bad there's nothing interesting about those characters. Honestly, the Terracons are some of the. I think. Yeah, when they leave New York, it falls off hard. Because New York, it feels like that is like even just the way the movie's shot. New York, like the scenes in New York are so much more dynamic. I think the direction is really good. I think the story is most compelling in New York. Like it has the best set pieces, the best choreography, the best just directing is in the New York sequence. And then as soon as we go to Peru, the movie just like stops being good. It starts being another freaking Bayverse globe-trotting adventure. And yeah, it's a movie where they're definitely doing way too much, and no character really gets done justice. Um, Paper plane, yeah, I love that paper plane video. It's really good. I think it really kind of cemented how I felt about that movie because I was kind of up in the air about it. Like I wasn't really sure if I liked it or not. Like how's the car chase with that? The museum fight, honestly, might be one of my favorite live action fight scenes. It's up there. I mean, that's not saying much because I think those fights kind of fell off after like Revenge of the Fallen, but like it's just really well shot. Um, and then it just falls off. And I hate that the Terracons are like shown as like literally like their bullets will block off of them, and then at the third act they just decide the Autobots need to win, so they just do. Like it's unfortunately I hate that Transformers aren't transforming as much as New Meter. It's unfortunately just because that's expensive. Like that is kind of just like the sad, boring answer. And yeah, the G.I. Joe teaser. I honestly, I'm happy if I actually no, because G.I. Joe, I think Transformers was barely there. Like we had one cohesive movie, and then Rise of the Beast, which was kind of okay. Like it is way too early to be setting up G.I. Joe on top of that. They should have waited. They should have waited until Transformers actually had like enough of a stable foundation that they could do more crossovers. It's how I feel about the Beast being introduced in general. Like we don't even care about the Autobots and Decepticons outside of Bumblebee yet. And then they decided to throw out like a whole new faction which has an entire opposing faction that we just that aren't even isn't even mentioned. By the way, I finished the build. It's really good. It's really solid. I like this feels like a figure. Like nothing feels loose. Nothing feels fragile. I can like actually like grab it in my hands, and I can barely show it on my camera because it's really tall, but it's really posable and really cool. I'm really happy with this. I still need to build the accessories, but this rocks. But yeah. I just can't care about G.I. Joe, and I'm picky when it comes to stories about it. Yeah, I can't say anything about G.I. Joe other than because I haven't really absorbed any G.I. Joe media. And I don't really care for military stuff a lot of the time. So it's like my take is very uninformed, but G.I. Joe just doesn't really appeal to me. So I haven't really bothered to actually try and watch G.I. Joe. But also yeah, it's like I I wonder if G.I. Joe fans are actually excited. Like, were they like, yeah, when they saw that? Because I would have seen that if I was a G.I. Joe fan and gone, oh god. Like, let me see if I can fit the entry plug in. Can you close it? You can! Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Yes. Peak. I don't trust a modern Hollywood Transformers slash G.I. Joe crossover to be... Yeah, that's true. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna suck. Ugh. If they even go down there, I don't even know what they're doing. But it's gonna be straight up ass. Like, I don't know if y'all's like theater experience was similar to mine, but when the G.I. Joe, like, I bet people, like, they expected people to be really hyped. My theater, or at least the people I watched the movie with, like, No. No one cared. It was people were laughing at it more than people like being excited. Josh Cooley will redeem the movie scene, trust me. I don't know. I think Josh Cooley is a really good director for Transformers. I think TF1 obviously brilliant. It's the Transformers movie I've always wanted, but I don't know, cuz I think Stephen Cable Jr. also had really good ideas. I think unfortunately, I think the studio might just like with at least unless things change considerably, I think unfortunately like studio interference is going to be the death of Transformers movie or like studio meddling and just shitty marketing, shitty business decisions are going to like fuck over these movies unless they actually decide to pull their heads in. Which unlikely because Hollywood's been making the same mistakes for years. Also, I just have personal beef with Optimus's arc in Rise of the Beasts. Because he kind of sucks. He's not like very Optimus-like, and I think you can do that arc. You can do that storyline of him being distrusting of humans, but you need to. This is a really cool Gatling gun build. I like how these pieces cluster together. It's right, nice and solid. Like, what was I saying? It doesn't feel like Optimus to me. It's annoying. I love the design. I think it is. I don't know. I don't know if it's my favorite live action Prime design because I do have some nostalgia for the original trilogy, Optimus. But I think design wise, it's better than Night Prime. It's also better than Bumblebee movie Prime because if you actually look at the Bumblebee movie Prime design, I think the colors make people think that the Bumblebee design is better than the Rise of the Beast design. But honestly, if you like look at it, it's clear that design was kind of made, was kind of rushed. Like you can see, there's not very much like kibble. He either has Cybertronian truck parts, or he has Earth mode truck parts on Cybertron, or Cybertronian body parts on Earth. Like they didn't make a specific Cybertronian design. And also his shapes are very like alien. They're very much like I don't know. I think the head shape and the colors of Bumblebee movie Optimus make people believe that design is better. But Rise of the Beast is just more cohesive. It feels more transformery. I just think it's better, and I think just the more muted colors of Rise of the Beast make people think that it's not as good, but I think I prefer it. It's just more cohesive. But in terms of Optimus Prime's characterization, poopy, stinky, don't like it. Try again. Because I like what they were trying to do, but they just fumbled it. And I think you need to earn that. And it's kind of annoying that I have to give points to Bayverse because even unintentionally, because I don't think there was any continuity between those movies. But they did show, like, you can tell why Optimus is kind of mad at humanity. You get it. Like, he's an asshole, but you can understand why. And so it at least feels earned in that way. Also, this is sick. It spins. I'm just gonna twirl this for a little bit. But Rise of the Beast didn't do that, so he's just kind of an asshole for no reason. Like they say, yeah, the war took a toll, and he feels bad that we're stuck here. We don't see that. We never see, other than the deleted transit scene, we never see a Decepticon. We don't see the effects of the war on Cybertron. We don't see the effects of the war on the other Autobots. Like, the movie doesn't have a chance to actually establish why we should care. It's an annoying thing because it's not just a thing with Transformers. It's a thing with a lot of like franchises. They expect you to care intrinsically because you already like the franchise instead of actually making you care about, because it's like, I like RC. I know nothing about this movie's RC, you know? Like, I know nothing about this universe's Wheeljack other than he has glasses. You need to establish that. You can't just rely on me liking RC, the character from Transformers. I don't know. Yeah, like if there was a scene of like Optimus trying to reach out to humans, or even he heard about what happened in the Bumblebee movie of them trying to hunt down Bumblebee or something like that. Like something, anything to make us understand why he's so on edge. I'm trying to find a piece. Like, I have a soft spot for Rise of the Beast because I was really excited for that movie, and I do like the characters in that movie, and I don't know, like, I still have a bit of a fondness for that movie, faults and all, but it should have been better. If it was better, I think it would have at least gotten the treatment that TF1 does, where it's at least like people outside of the Transformers fandom were saying, wow, this movie is actually pretty good. Like, I think Rise of the Beast needed to have that kind of appeal, because I don't think it was going to be financially successful with the way that they were marketing it. It's actually my favorite RC. Yeah, I love the design. The design rules. I love that she kind of has Energon colors. I think that's a wild pull for that design. But also, I know nothing about this RC. Like, they could have done anything. They could have even just done a TF Prime thing and just had her be upset that Cliffchopper's dead. Like that, just something to like have her have any sort of stake. Because she's kind of just like stoic the whole time. Yeah, I also don't like. I much prefer Car RC. I can't find this freaking piece. It's supposed to clip onto here and be like the little clip, but I can't find it. Ugh. Where'd you go? Okay, well, I'm gonna look for that later, but that's basically the Gatling gun. It is a really cool accessory. But I don't want to go on for too long just trying to find a random piece. That I'll just do that on my own time. By the way, I don't think I have my Instagram linked on this account or on my YouTube. But if you want more of my opinions, and I post about my... Oh my god, it's 5 a.m. Will Freddy get me? Okay. But yeah, if you want more of my little opinions and some of my photography, my like toy photography or whatever, and I want to start posting some more of like my art, I just need to get in the habit of actually drawing enough to have art. I'm building the display base. Definitely follow my Instagram. It is just Kwaky Wacky again. It is the same name as my as this channel. So check it out, because I will probably be posting this at some point. Check at the doors. But yeah, the value for money on Blokees is honestly astounding. It's like, where are they getting this budget? Because these are really affordable. I just don't... They're solid. They're like, I can't see where the compromises have been made. Like, the only thing is this little head spike. I might just glue that in, just to keep it stuck. But yeah, this comes with a whole display base. It comes with, like, a lot of accessories. It's just like, where is this money coming from? Because this is so much above the, like, so high above the rest in terms of, like, value for money. From what I've experienced of model kits. Got these two little pieces that clasp together. I'll show that on the other side. So it's just these two little frame bits, and then they... I wish Blokees made non-TF stuff I liked. Yeah. I think I really hope that they expand more. I know that they're doing Marvel Rivals stuff. And that Venom looks really cool. I might just pick that up. I'm not sure about the Spider-Man, because I don't really play Rivals, but I'll definitely be grabbing the Venom, because I want a Venom figure. I think that would be really cool. But I hope they do other Marvel designs. But there's the gun as well. I really like that little detail in there. That's nice. And I need... what do I need? I need this. Oh my goodness, my mom just sent me a how-to basic video and I clicked on it, not realizing what channel it was from and thinking it was a normal tutorial. Did your mom think it was a normal tutorial? Or is your mom kind of sick like that? Oh, whoops. No, this does not clasp together. Oops, come on. Ow! Okay. Is this? Does that just hook on there? Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, that looks right. And then that all clasps together to give that little... Oh, yeah, that's great. And then that hooks on there. Oh, wait, no. I keep trying to, like, build a head, and then I realize that I am not smarter than the people who've made this figure. But, like, I don't know. This is the most I've been invested in, like, they're model kits, but they're also, like, they're good enough to just be, like, action figures. And this is the most invested I've been on an action figure, is through Blokees. Which is why I really hope that they do more Spider-Man stuff, in the same vein as the leaked, I don't know if it's leaked, but the prototype Rivals gear. Oh my god, yeah. Hang on, let me see if I can... That's really cool. Oh, that's so cool. And then you can have them like that. And there's that, yeah. That's really nice. Are they doing Moon Knight? I might check out Moon Knight as well, because Moon Knight's always had a really cool design. And we've got the umbilical cable, which I don't think is very complicated. Yeah, because I'm not really interested in the other Marvel stuff. I just don't think the Blokees stylization works for like Marvel characters as much as it does for Transformers and other like non-human designs. But the rival stuff looks very much just like standard action figure, which appeals to me much more. Oh, Marvel Legends Moon Knight. Yeah, I kind of have beef with Legends, unfortunately. This one hooks through here and then loops around. Yeah, everyone's so mad at Jeff the Land Shark. But he's literally just a little guy. And then... If Blokees did Star Wars droids, I would be all over them. Yeah, that's fair. I don't really mess with figures of, like, humans, because I think they can look a bit uncanny with, like, face sculpts, I find, sometimes. Unless they're, like, stylized, like, cartoony. Come on. Okay, there we go, that's... I don't think that's ever coming off. I'd love a Grievous. Actually, no. One of my dream figures that I would love, is like a 2003 Clone Wars General Grievous design, like a fully posable figure of that specific General Grievous. And I believe my camera has just frozen. Hang on. we're back. That's really annoying. And then that just slots on there. Yeah, easy. Umbilical cable. Woo! Is that the Clone Wars with... Yes, it does have the stripping scene. But that take on General Grievous is where the character peaked. He was so cool. And I don't think any Grievous... Like, his design, it's the coolest he's looked in design, and it's the coolest he's looked just... It's the coolest he's ever been, just, like, in fiction. Like, I'm not that much of a Star Wars head, but I would so get that figure. Do I have anything left? I'm trying to think. I have these extra pieces, and I'm not sure. Oh, they're heels! Okay. So we got these two bits, and they are the heels of the feet. And I nearly forgot them. Yep. Make sure I've got them on the right leg. There we go. Yeah, and that's a lot more stable too. What do you know? Oh! Okay, so you can either have this option for the base, or you can like have this piece separate. And then you can have a more traditional display base with these random pieces, I guess, to resemble like destruction in the background, I guess, and you can kind of just put them anywhere. They kind of look a bit undercooked, probably because they are. But I would very much enjoy having a stand arm, so I'm going to do that. I also just don't like the art styles for either Clone Wars show. I think it works for Grievous. I think I can understand not liking the stylization. But I think for some of the alien characters, it really works. And, I mean, me personally, I've never been, like, one to reject a show. This looks to... Oh, excuse me. Looks to be the same style as the Miku one, which I was going to save that for a stream, but I decided, actually, I want to build it now, so I built it off stream. But it is a similar system where these kind of just clip together and attach onto these little tubes. I think Claude is my guy as well. I like Claude as a glove shitter. I love shows with a unique art style. I'm an anime fan for a reason. Yeah, I'm on that same boat. And I think with Clone Wars, I think, at least in terms of the 2003 one, I think the stylization really works for just, like, how well animated that show is. Like, I forgot his name, but it's the same guy who does Samurai Jack. It's got, yeah, all the Blokees display stands have these, it has like these little soft plastic bits that compress, and then it's such a weird, like a strange mechanism for the base, or for the like display clamp, but it works pretty well. I don't know how long it will stand up to durability. I'm gonna try and have this on the. I think you can have this with the. Oops. I think you can have this with the display stand. Yeah, because there is a hole there. So theoretically, you can just attach it. Oh, hang on. I might have to... Or maybe that's more for this. Yeah, okay. So that hole is used for the umbilical cable, and then you can plug in... The display stand doesn't really plug in when it's got this full base. That's a shame, but it's not that big of a deal. But with that, I'm happy to say this went on for a little while. How long have we been on? Nearly 3 hours. That's some pretty good time. But that is the Ava Unit 1 build. I'm just gonna keep the camera like this, and if it freezes, it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's I really like that. I think the accessories are really good. I think everything is super solid and durable, and like the paint, sculpting, all that. Like, I have no complaints about this. Honestly, it is. Like, I was gonna get out my real grade 1 to have a comparison, but I think it's more something you can tell by the difference in how they feel. Because this feels really good to handle. Nothing feels loose other than the little spike. Everything, like, it poses really well, and it doesn't break up the sculpt because they have these pieces that just... It keeps the like, more organic shapes of the design, and like you can have it has all the moving parts, opening mouth. It's basically like if you want an AV Unit 1, just get the Blokees one, because it is affordable and it has like every accessory you would ever want, save for like, I don't know, an AT field. But the joints feel great. Like, this feels like just a figure. This doesn't feel like a model kit. But I don't know how many times I could say that about Blokees without boring myself, because I say that about all of them. But they're all just really good. I love Blokees. I love the Model Kit Factory. But yeah, like, I can't wait till we get to build Unit 2. Might not be for next week, because I like being able to have a poll for these. And we're building up to a pretty big build after we get through those. But yeah, I'll put it up to a poll, and if you guys want me to build this again next week, I might see if I can adjust the setup so that I can like fully show it off. Is it available on their website? I have no idea. I don't think I've ever bought Blokees from their website. I've always just gotten them from AliExpress. It is cheaper, and like at least in terms for me for like international shipping. When will Blokees make a figure of me? Who knows? Maybe it'll happen. You're in Fortnite, so nothing's off the table. Yeah, maybe a monthly Ava. I mean, there's only one other one to build, so I'm not sure it would be one other month to be a monthly special. But yeah. Let me just move to the chatting screen. We'll just do a bit of winding down. But yeah, I am very happy with that. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you had as much fun chatting and watching me build my little robot as I did making it and talking with you all. But yeah, that was great. I'm glad I was still able to do it this week because I was worried that I might not be able to. But yeah, it's really good. But yeah, I don't know what to say. Subscribe. Thank you for watching. I did. This is like Diaclona, but not crazy. Yes, I will always appreciate Li's videos, but I thought my way to sort of I want to have like a chill. I like chill low key streams. So that's what I wanna give. But yeah, thank you everyone. I will be back next week with whatever is voted for, but it will be a build. And so if you guys want to come back for more, then feel free. I'm hoping. I still want to like see if I can edit the VODs. Sorry, if I can edit the VODs into like more shorter form videos. I'm not sure if that's feasible. One, because of time. Two, because I don't know. My camera is not the best. But yeah, I still want to see if I could try. It's just whether or not the stars align with that one. But regardless, I'm hoping on making some more content. But yeah, good night / morning. Be sure to hit the bell. Oh, my bio. Yeah, I'll have to update my bio. Thank you for letting me know. How's it feel to star as to be the star in the new Clayface movie? It's great. I wish I could tell you guys what happens, but yeah. Farewell, niche community. Banana can finally rest. Your mission is done. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see y'all around. Bye.